My name is Deepesh Neupane, so I'm gonna explain the remaining part of our assessment, and I'm gonna give the brief, normal, brief view that what we did and how, what are the process and further things are. So let's go with secure wireless networking. So secure wireless networking have been vitally limited business model, and but wire network wireless signals travels to the walls and compromise security privacy. So in Melbourne and Sydney enterprise network, non-accountability of WLAN has restricted the staff with flexible working style and lesser productivity. So that means we have to deploy the WLANs endeavors to strike balance between functional and security configurability. So let's go with the key concept in designing secure wireless network. We have to go through authentication and access control. The concept is ensure legitimate user only, proper user. So the weakness of the insecure ones is using open authentication and share WPA to APSKS expose the network to brute force attack. So best practice we can do is we can use the ECC 802.1x authentication together with a Redis server, and every individual authenticated with personal credentials, that which is very nice. And another point is data confidentiality and encryption. So normal concept of it is protection of data transferred with alternation and proper encrypted data. So with this, under the WPA3 enterprise mode, the network enjoy 192-bit encryption with offline dictionary attack resistance, and guest device will be WPA3 slash ASAE to avoid weekly password problem. So let's go with the wireless network segmentation. The concept is different types of traffic to stop later movement in happening illegally. So approach we can what are the approaches? Corporate VLAN for the staff machines, and guest network, which means only internet only access. And IoT VLAN, limiting capabilities of printers and IVU, VoIP phones, camera spread malware. So this segment is that a guest or IoT devices that has been compromised will not be able to reach critical servers in Melbourne Sydney Sydney or Melbourne. So we also have to go through the access policies and ACLS. So the approach is using ACLS wireless switches. We did discuss about ACLS in assessment 22, and or WLAN control, or they can be filter traffic between VLANs, and for instance deny access for the guest VLANs to Sydney sample. So benefit of it is segment may be made stronger and policies enforced accordingly. So device and endpoint security consideration: if wireless is secure, then endpoints will never become available in force. So what we can enforce is certificate based authentication for corporate devices, MDM for corporate laptop and phones, and keep patching and antivirus up to date. That's the major thing. So issue in wireless security are ROF APIs. That means networks not recognized and how to trick users into connecting. Weak encryption, man in the middle hand attacks, evil um, twin attacks, and denial of service. These are some of the attacks, and some of the attacks that my hacker might do throughout the system, and there are normally issues in a wireless security. So secure VLAN design strategy for both Sydney and Melbourne. Using WAP3 Enterprise or A02.1x, it help what it how it help is authentication done as per the user basis by a centralized Redis server, powered by enterprise level encryption, hence password shares with no poser breaks. VLAN segmentation, staff VLAN, guest VLAN, IoT VLAN, that means the internal communication will be more easier and they're more secure. Centralized WLAN control that APIs in both Sydney and Melbourne is from the central console, and uniform SSID, VLAN security policy is patching and monitor scaling. Raw AP detection, so it helps to detect unauthorized APS actively blocked, and also alert. It sends the alert centralized monitoring system. So and let's go VPN or WLAN. So remote devices or mobile staff are required to establish SSL VPN and to download before access internal resources to ensure confidentiality, even when wireless encryption might be circumstances. So wireless implementation justification. Until then, the entire network provide no mobility. The wireless network will be provide mobility while mitigating security concern though. For example, strong encryption, centralized authentication, and we also got network segmentation and continuous monitoring. So that means wireless network become a link to WLAN that is secure and controlled, making the two premises both user friendly and resistant. So after that, let's go to the task 2 and let's go to the network task 3 and network monitoring system. So network monitoring system actually fundamental part of modern enterprises. Without inside network performance, devices accountability and tracking it, all IT teams do it react to incident rather than managing our problem. So NMS will ensure productivity. No, this the time it takes to detect and repair fault in both Melbourne and Sydney network is increased due to the lack of centralized monitoring, thereby making a root cause analysis almost impossible. So, network monitoring system will ensure productivity oversight and minimize downtime, keeping process redundancy, routing, wireless improvement, seen tax 2 and tax 3 on track. Tax 1 and tax 1 track. So function of what are the function of network monitoring system is performance monitoring, fault management, configuration management, security visibility, reporting and analytic. So what might be the option of network monitoring system? We got Nagios open source solution. That means complaints completely manual configuration needed plus plug-in required and model accelerated curve cost free. So its cost is free, although commercial Nagios version is available for price lower than the completely and enterprise grade tools. Accessibility good for small or medium environment but lack commercial features and resiliency tools. We got all the features of the Nagios and SolarWind network performance monitor. So we got another one. So its compatibility on the user, it is very user friendly, but commercially priced detect a higher range on the license fees. But highly scalable multi-site network environments such as Sydney and Melbourne and provide redundancy and high availability. But tools, real-time performance dashboard, net flow, traffic wireless and monitoring. We also got Passler PRTDG network monitor, which should be easiest of all, and license its cost is license comes with a multiple option with free 100 sensor limit and commercial thereafter. Scalability is good for the medium environment and it's very nice compared to the other network monitoring system. So recommendation. So let's go with the recommendation. I go with the SolarWind network monitoring system. Because although Nagios and PRTG are valuable option, Sydney, Melbourne enterprise must have a scalable, resistant enterprise grade solution that support growth and connect the redundancy strategy. For example, let's go with complexity. SolarWinds provide an auto devices discovery that can make a lot of work on it and pre-install templates that ease administration work junior. And not only for the cost, license is higher. License is very higher. But this is justified by the fact that there is a lesser amount of downtime and productivity loss. Scalability, customize multiple location businesses and can be hundred of thousands of devices in Melbourne and Sydney. And we also got support available deployment, monitor all the contributing monitor tools and traffic monitor tools that we use: a traffic monitor, net flow, traffic analyzer, find potential top talkers, protocols and application as well, risk application. We also got wireless monitoring, monitor that's and back and invulnerable configuration, custom alert. So these are basically the comparison or just the comparison with alternative recommendation we got, and connection to the serial and manual record. So let's talk about the connection in Melbourne network. So SolarWinds is able to monitor the both primary and backup WAN links suggested in tax 1. It will also monitor the wireless APIs and VLAN and isolated as we discussed in talks 2, and it also has a tested. It concurs SNMPv3, SNAMPv3, which provide encryption of monitoring communication, and router switches firewall that's some traps and illegal. So the propensity diagram for uh, Sydney and Melbourne branches are the key areas identified in the assessment. This assessment too include routing additions, lack of redundancy, wireless security gaps, and absence of centralized monitoring. So by implementing OSPF, and the network will be faster coverage and vendor and deployment of secure wireless network for W encryption, authentication, VLAN segmentation, centralized WLAN controllers provide mm, controllers programmability while maintaining confidentiality, integrity, and available data. Advanced measures. Finally, implementation of SOLA network performance under monitoring, ensuring comprehensive proactive monitoring of all devices, links, VLANs, and wireless access across the both branches. So scalability, resilience, and advanced tools support long-term growth. So overall, the recommendation of the deliver robust, secure, highly available network infrastructure that support both current operation requirement and future expansion, ensuring business optimize, optimize performance and enhance productivity across both Sydney and Melbourne network. So these are the references we got this assessment. So these are the whole assessment we did. Thank you very much.